We are in front of the Music Academy and Concert Hall dedicated to who? Franz Liszt, which obviously was an Hungarian composer. So music is in the air. Let's go. Beautiful Budapest, one of the jewels of the pearls of Europe. Also because during the Second World War, not too many bombs fell upon her. So we still have a lot of its fantastic architecture and pieces of art history, we could say. The city is quite modern, but not too much. I mean, there's lots of 1800s architecture mainly. Even though the city was occupied by the Nazis and for much longer by the Soviet Union behind the Iron Curtain all the way up to 1991, I must say that very few traces are present in the city. And the city is mainly based on this 1800s look, architecture, as well as the fantastic Jade Bridge you can see here. The Parliament, beautiful jewel. This was the red star that the Soviet put atop until 1990. Finally, we can start taking a look at these fantastic little shops hidden away, tucked away in these incredible and beautiful courts we have inside, like this little guy, which was exposing some CDs and cassettes. This was my first place, actually, which immediately draw me inside. See that star? That's a Soviet star with that symbolic of the compass, of the architectural compass, like masonry. Here we are. I didn't go in because it was an incredible mess, but I did find two amazing CDs, and that was a great start. Also because that guy told me that he loves to buy music when he's abroad. Here we are inside the Parliament, because I do want to show you a few things around in the city, not just music. Unfortunately, we couldn't shoot the crown, which is amazing, together with the scepter. This is Wave Music, a great little shop. Here I came back twice here, many interesting records on Hungarian jazz, but also the prog rock, which is the base of my acquisitions, of my purchases in this magnificent country. Also a few cassettes. Very nice. There's a little bit of everything, but it's very hard to find Hungarian records. Actually, it's also hard to find them on CD. This was kind of shocking for me. No way, guys. No way. You're going to find them on LP, mainly on Pepita records, and they are not that good. I mean, lots of them are scratched, are in VG condition, if not worse. Very few near mint. So it was a hard hunt. Hey guys, here's a little small music shop called Deep. As you can see, it's practically impossible almost to see where is the entrance. It's amazing. Completely crazy. Let's take a look inside. Here's the entrance, apparently. This was a nice little shop. He is mainly focused on hip-hop, electronic, ambient, anything that goes through electronic, we could say. You're not going to find that much on rock, pop, jazz. So in fact, I didn't find much, but see, house, techno, a little bit of rock. But if you're mainly into electronics, this is definitely a place you have to come and visit before leaving town. Also, a lot of funk. I found some funk. That was cool. This is the main museum, the modern part, the contemporary art part, and the castle. Very strange things, which I love to dive in and stare and study. And I wanted to put something also in this video. Now this is a very special shop, very ugly on the outside, very dusty on the outside. Inside we have these very tiny little corridors between the boxes, between the records. But you can find rarities, a lot of rarities. That was interesting. Obviously, Budapest is very famous for its thermal baths and hot water springs. Amazing, just amazing. Okay guys, here we are at Mezuco. This should be a great place to find CDs because in many cases the vinyl records are used, they're scratched. So it's also a good idea to buy some CDs, also to find new things, since the vinyl production of new groups isn't that active, isn't that present, okay? So, as you can see, let's take a look inside. This was a pretty nice shop. It had a lot of stuff. It finally had a good number of CDs of classical music, pop, rock, some jazz. I also found a lot of Hungarian jazz and prog rock in good condition. Again, those were my main objectives. So you do find a little bit of everything. Also some cassettes. You could also listen to the records. There's a turntable. Not very functional, but you can test them out if you want. So I enjoyed a lot this place. We start the hunt in other little places. So a lot of times you really have to dig out record places in these cities. Just like happened in Japan, also here there are some courtyards where you can find small, teeny tiny record shops with special gems. In this case, we're going to try to hunt for some jazz records. Let's see what I can find in this courtyard here. You ready? Let's try. And yep, as I said, there it is. Teeny tiny galleria. Let's take a look. This was actually more than teeny tiny. This is just like 2 meters per 2. Insane. But I love this little place because it did have some little jewels. I did find some good jazz, Hungarian jazz, but not only. And this guy here with the yellow shirt, he's an expert in classical music. He told me he works in another record shop, and when he has some free time, he comes in here to open his own shop. And he did have a fantastic, well, not fantastic, but a very nice hi-fi setup, tube-based, as we will see. And these two guys that were in with me were really asking a lot of questions, listening to records with him, and he was very knowledgeable. Unfortunately, his English wasn't that great, but he did tell me a little bit of his story. Great guy, great place. You can just feel the passion of these type of people. True audiophile. Okay, one other shop tucked away again. As you can see here, vintage, where is it? Over there, vintage records. I don't know, we'll take a look. Seems promising. I love these little places. Now you have this whole presentation, huge posters and things like that. And then the shop is this little place right here. Hi guys, it's quite freezing here tonight in Budapest. As you can see, we're at the Budapest Jazz Club, and tonight we're gonna watch and listen to a special concert, the Corrige Imre Quartet. I can't wait. You ready? Let's go! This is quite a nice little bistro where you can eat something before the concert. There's this nice little bar. You can buy some CDs, jazz CDs. You can buy the tickets. You can have a nice drink, a beer, or something, or a good Hungarian wine. They do excellent wines here in Hungary. And then you just jump in. have another interesting place, which should be a little more large than the other ones. Music Land, with this nice red communist star. Let's go and take a look inside. Let's go. This was also a nice place. Very pop-oriented, very internationally oriented. There wasn't much of Hungarian stuff, so if you're looking for that, drop it. But the rest, there was lots of things, CDs, cassettes, international record store day, as you can see. This is mainly meant for young people in Budapest, I think. But the place is really cool. Loved it. And lots of CDs. Again, they're rare there. They have more records than CDs, but I think we need both. If you are in Budapest, try to go and see a puppet show. They're excellent. Here we are in the main marketplace. Fantastic architecture. And here we finally meet another important part of Hungarian music and culture, the gypsy music, the Czardas. Fantastic, guys. Love the tradition. And with these two guys, this very melancholic music, which is also the spirit, I think, in Hungary. Sadness, melancholy, the litost, as they call it in the Czech Republic, that sweet melancholy that opens up your mind, makes you think about things of the past. And I really did feel that sensation here. And music is greatly helping in that, because it's sad, but it's also greatly passionate, and it just keeps you amazed every time you hear it. Well guys, if you're enjoying my videos and you're enjoying my channel, please consider to subscribe by clicking the black and white logo here below. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode and you will become a true member of the analog community.